Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out.
I'm going to start with a whole onion, chopped. Then move into some bell peppers, like these lunchbox size. But really, one bell pepper is all you're going to need. Julienne slices. And we'll start working on building an entire holy trinity. Last but not least, some celery. And I like to slice it in half and then cut my pieces. We got to top this off with some garlic. We're also going to need a little bit of parsley. We'll finally chop this up as well. Now here I've got about 2 pounds of pork loin. And I'm going to slice off a nice thick steak here. And just turn it here on its side. Cut the length of the steak. And then turn it the other direction here. And we'll cut bite-sized pieces for the pork stew. Then come back over the top of all of it when it's done. A little salt and pepper. Then in a bowl you want to dust everything with a little bit of flour. This is going to help our braising. Then in a hot pot we're going to add some bacon grease. You can use shortening if you want. And then take our chopped little pork pieces right to it. Then in another pan, add some more shortening and add our vegetables. We'll get them sauteing the same time the pork loin is starting to brown. Give it a few tosses like so. So you can see we got a good blend of the Holy Trinity. We're going to salt and pepper this as well. Now checking back in on our pork loin, so you can see we're starting to stick here on the bottom a little bit. But that's actually going to help the flavor when we start adding the liquid. So don't worry about this at all. Just keep browning and then come back and add some of your hominy juice and then the full hominy. Stir that in real good and let it simmer. Now back to our veggies, we're going to go ahead and add some garlic and throw in some parsley. And once we mix that real well, we're going to go ahead and top off the pork and hominy. Stir that in real good. And we'll start adding our dry ingredients, starting with some oregano, some Italian seasoning, some cumin, and a little bit of chili powder. And last but not least, some black pepper, and top it off with some bay leaves. This is when you want to add your chicken broth. You want to just go to the top. Stir that in real good. Bring it to a boil. Throw the lid on it and drop it to a simmer. And you're going to work on this for about an hour and a half. Alright, let's check in on it. Everything's settling in, and you want to check the pork immediately and see how tender it's getting. I can cut it with a spoon here, but I like it a little more tender than this. But that'll get more tender in the reduction. It's also a good time to taste it and adjust for flavor, salt, pepper, and such. But I like it, so I'm going to go with it. Now as you can see, leaving the lid off this did some good. See how thick it's got? Now there's one of our bay leaves. We'll go ahead and pull that right out. Now it's time to plate. Just spoon up as much as you'd like. Get a little more soup in there. Now it's not a bad idea to throw in a poached egg, but I like mine fried. little bit of scallions. And there you have it. Pork loin and hominy stew, right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet kitchen.
Thank you for watching, and be sure to stop by PoorMansGourmetKitchen.com for more recipes and exact ingredients.